Our mind is incredibly complex, and many of our thought patterns offer us lessons to be learned. I'm Kay, and our video teaches how to be with your thoughts. First step, manage your environment. By this I mean it's about minimizing distractions. So, find a space just on your own somewhere in a nice quiet room, or perhaps outside somewhere, or even as you go for a walk, just find a space that works for you, that allows you to be with your thoughts without other distractions coming your way. Next step is breathe with awareness, in and out. Continue to breathe with awareness to calm your body, which slows your thoughts, and it's also calming your mind. Throughout this whole process, throughout these next steps that I'm going to suggest to you, is continue to breathe with awareness. When we really allow that breath of awareness to be within our being, it just makes it so much easier for us to focus our thoughts where they need to be. So the next step is allow your mind to wander. Now, with this step, it's so important that you do this with a calm mind, which is that reminder to breathe with awareness. With a calm mind, when we allow our mind to wander, it goes to where it really needs to be, rather than being absolutely just taken over by every single thought that could be going through your mind in one moment. So the next step is to isolate a repetitive thought pattern. Often when we're in our minds, we can think of something and then we go somewhere else. And then we come back to that same thought that we had. And then we'll go somewhere else again. And we'll come back to that thought. It's that ongoing thought, that thought that's coming back to you most, that's the thought that needs the attention in this moment. So isolate that thought pattern. Which brings us to our next step. Focus your mind on that thought pattern. So when you focus your mind on this thought pattern, what you're allowing yourself to do is you're allowing yourself to say to any other thoughts that come into your mind, not now, I've got something else to think about. And it's really important that you actually do that. Our minds, as I said in the beginning, they're incredibly complex, and sometimes they just want to go at such a rapid pace. So slow it down. So again, that reminder, continue to breathe with awareness and just focus on that one repetitive thought pattern, because as you begin to focus on just one thought at a time, that's when it makes it easier for you to actually make sense of your thoughts. So once you've focused on that thought pattern, then it brings us to our next step, which is to be with this thought pattern. So breathe through it and just be with this thought pattern. And what I mean by that is question it. Try to understand what that thought is trying to tell you. Try to understand the reason or the meaning. Perhaps you've had an interaction that didn't go so well, and this thought pattern is trying to teach you how you could have done things differently, or what you could do about it so that it doesn't happen again. It's that sort of thing. To just allow yourself to be with it, question it. It's the real biggie, is to question it. Don't just accept that it is what it is all the time. Question why it's there. And as you're doing all that, we come to our next step, and that is to isolate your strongest emotions for this thought pattern. The reason I'm asking you to do this, or suggesting rather that you do this, is that when you isolate those emotions that are coming up, it allows you to become aware of what you may be feeling but could possibly be hidden because you're too much in your mind and not enough in your body. So the next step is to be with those strong emotions and feel them. So it's to be with those feelings and really allow yourself to feel those feelings. You know, if you're feeling sad, allow yourself to feel that sadness. If you're feeling frustrated or disappointed, then allow yourself to feel that. And it's these feelings that we feel that enable us to move through. Until we actually truly feel our feelings, thoughts, they continue to cycle, or perhaps they'll go away and then they'll resurface at another time. So it's so important to feel your feelings, but you actually have to know what feelings you need to feel for you to be able to let go of that thought pattern that's bothering you. If you'd like to hear more about concepts like these, then please subscribe or join us at lovingactsofkindness.com. Thank you. Live a life of love.